Hello everyone, and welcome to our Final Fantasy XVI review. The latest installment in popular Final Fantasy franchise offers an amazing and emotional story-driven experience with swift combat, epic boss battles, and exceptional musical score. Final Fantasy XVI is primarily a story-driven game and follows a story of noble swordsman Clive Redfield, who is tasked to protect his younger brother Joshua.
Joshua, I was just tired. The Phoenix's flames are a gift. You mustn't waste them.
It isn't a waste. My shields look after me. Why shouldn't I?
That's why.
Both brothers are born with the power of demigods, which gives them ability to use special magical skills and transform into huge and powerful beings called Eikons. Game's story is presented through beautifully crafted cutscenes, great written characters, and a high-level voice acting. Story itself is very captivating and emotional, with characters being so nicely presented that you will bond with them in no matter of time. Character animations, motions, and designs all feature great care and attention to detail, and voice actors of main characters deliver some wonderful lines of dialogue while still sounding natural.
This place. These are fallen ruins.
Well, we didn't think they'd mind. And it keeps the black from our lungs.
But how do you survive without magic?
How does anyone? Hard work and a bit of nerve. You must be starving. We grow them here, believe it or not. Suit yourself.
Game presents a well-constructed and engaging linear experience. After very linear opening hours, Game opens up and offers you to explore many huge, semi-open places. These places are constructed of many linear pathways rather than one big open space. Even though places are big, there is nothing much to explore. Over the map, you can find chests sprinkled around, but the rewards most of the time are just the basic parts needed for crafting weapons, while specific and rare materials come from monsters and special hunt quests. When it comes to combat, Game took a turn from turn-based to fully Action 1, which reminds a lot on Devil May Cry. In addition of your regular and magical attack, you will get access to many icon-based attacks throughout the game. Every time you beat one of Eikons, you will get access to its powers. You can then unlock and upgrade these powers and use them in combat. At times, you can draw power from only 3 Eikons, and you can easily switch between them during combat encounters. Combat feels good and very simple. You can parry and dodge attacks, and you also obtain a block option later in the game. While combat is flashy and smooth, all the weapons in game use the same animation, so you will mostly use your icon abilities and constantly cycle through them. I would activate all my skills at an enemy as soon as battle would start and wait for cooldowns while mashing square to do basic attacks. Enemies have a huge amount of health points, so you will spend a lot of time to defeat them, and game has only one difficulty. But you can make things easier for you if you use special items that grant you automatic evade, healing, and special attacks. Sadly, this is not a fully role-playing game. Even though you can craft and upgrade your weapons and equipment, you will do it very rarely, and most of the equipment is nowhere near as good as items you get throughout main and side quests. In our 50-hour journey, we crafted less than 10 pieces of equipment. Money system is even worse. All the stuff you can buy is by far weaker than equipment you currently have, so we ended the game with hundreds of thousands of money left. Although main quests offer an exciting and emotional story, we can't say the same for many side quests. Game has almost 100 side quests, and while some of them offer you great awards like better equipment or upgrades, or give you a better insight in characters and world, most of the quests are pretty much useless and dull. Most of the side quests are given to you in the middle of the main quest, which ruins the pace of a main story.
Now, I have 3 hungry customers awaiting their victuals. Take these if you would, and be careful, they're hot.
Hot meal. How long has it been? Your food.
I was hoping it might be. Well, doesn't this look fine? Thank you, lad.
Speaking of graphics and performance, cutscenes, quality, level design, and art direction are amazing. Although some open areas look stunning, some more linear parts of the game look very blurry, and some textures have lower resolution. Performance-wise, game runs on steady 60 FPS for most of the time with few drops here and there, but most of the time you won't have any issues. As this is mostly story-driven game, we recommend you to play on graphics mode. Combat is not that challenging, so you don't need high refresh rate, and you will spend much more time in cutscenes than in combat. The best example of this game's amazing graphical art style are boss fights of epic proportions, which remind as of good old God of war boss fights. Your fights against Eikons feel so epic, size of these battles is enormous, and everything is so over the top. Boss battles are by far the best part of this game, and we have never experienced something similar, not at this scale. They feel like riding a roller coaster as your screen gets filled with fireworks of various attacks, while outstanding musical score plays in background. Final Fantasy XVI offers something new and different to its fans. While hardcore fans may be hesitant about the lack of RPG elements, game's story not only meets, but surpasses all expectations. And even though linear experience may dampen the satisfaction derived from exploring the maps, the game compensates by delving deep into the story and lore rather than focusing on the world itself. The pacing does suffer a few significant setbacks along the way, and there are some frame issues along the way, with a few textures that appear outdated. We think that amazing story and presentation, coupled with the intense and captivating combat, far outweigh the game's minor peculiarities.